Dan podcast ini tajakan khas oleh Miraj Advisory. Kalau korang tengah fikir nak cover diri dengan insurans, tengah cari kerja baru, Miraj Advisory boleh bantu.
Yes, betul. Mereka bukan saja buat insurans tapi boleh guide korang dalam bab kewangan juga. Kalau nak tahu lebih lanjut, kau boleh call ataupun WhatsApp di 8168 7225 8168 7225.
Atau korang boleh juga follow Miraj Advisory kat social media. Semua update pasal peluang kerja, investment, tips pun ada.
Selamat datang dan selamat kembali ke Next Home Talk Show bersama saya Ashraf Usman.
Faizal Rahim.
Dan saya Irwan Jumaat.
Kita juga bersama dengan orang bukan asing lagi dalam financial industry bersama dengan Encik Firoz Khan. Apa khabar?
Yes.
Kau baik, Alhamdulillah.
Master of Financial Advisor. Kan call you master.
InsyaAllah, amin, Alhamdulillah.
Macam mana dengan aku punya investment, Firoz? Dah beribu, dah berjuta ke macam mana?
Belum chat lagi. Boleh chat sekarang.
tahu.
Tapi aku had a conversation with Firoz that time tau.
Okay.
Dia cakap dia saving tak banyak.
Saving
Dia tak ada saving.
Firoz?
Dia tak ada saving. Semua duit dia depan tempat investment. Betul,
Oh,
Firoz?
serious eh?
Betul.
But I thought you said 10% of your gaji must be savings. Right?
Correct. That's for the normal mass market. I wouldn't say I don't have kosong saving. I do have at least 6 months of my emergency fund. But the rest of the balance semua inside my financial.
How many 100,000 tu?
instrument
Government saving.
Cannot say that.
Kau terus cocok.
Tak tahu apa dia boleh recap
Cocok eh?
So why I do that?
Why eh?
Because simple. I walk the talk. If I say I do, that's how I work. So if I have a client who maybe recently took up a 30k per year kind of arrangement, I will try my best to see whether I can match up to his standard.
Okay.
But if I close a client who is a high net worth, then I cannot really match up to his standard because I'm not a high net worth. Right?
Betul.
So it really depends on situation. But definitely, I walk the talk. So why do I say that? Because simple. If I'm paying my car, this is aku punya pendapat. If I'm paying my car, let's say 2k monthly,
Okay.
I must make sure my investment policy alone is 2k monthly because I'm paying for the liability.
Okay.
So I must make sure that my asset ni is 2k equivalent. That's aku punya opinion.
Alright.
Yeah. So different people different, right? But then again, if you cannot afford to pay your asset 2k a month, then don't buy that car 2k monthly lah.
Yalah, of course.
Go lower lah. Work with
Dengar Faizal.
Faizal.
your budget lah.
Faizal kau kena.
Asal Faizal pula.
Itulah. Nak tukar kereta
Kereta
lah.
dia mahal. But okay, my question is macam okay, like for myself, aku dah ada this kind of macam investment dengan your team and I mean dengan you kan. How about for business For example, for Next Home Private Limited, is there any ways that kita can do the investment as a business owner
Okay.
from the company?
Okay. Wah, this is a very interesting topic. There's a lot of things can be done here.
Oh really?
A lot. So there are many things that first thing first, you all need to remember how to have that business exit strategy.
Business exit.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. So it's
Exit point.
important, especially when you have shareholders in the company.
Okay.
A lot of companies do not have this particular strategy. And this strategy is not because you want to buy and sell a company. No.
Okay.
It's totally different. It's to have a certain kind of structure that you have to arrange in between each other. Okay. So that either party, whatever happens, right, we have this certain business exit plan that is going to be executed out.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you or the consumers wants to know more about that, I will set another day.
Okay.
Then we can talk more about it lah.
Oh, cannot talk now lah.
Okay, I have a question here. Kalau if let's say for property kan, dia punya exit point, kalau kita selalunya advise to our clients, when is the exit points, be it a BTO or a resale flats, before you turn 55 or retirement.
Okay.
But what about your a business macam let's say macam Acap tadi, we for investment as a private limited. So how long you have to keep the investment and on average at which year that you have the exit point for them?
Okay. Good question. To me, keep it so long as the company is still surviving.
Okay.
Full stop. Why? Because the investment that you do under the company, it's actually a asset,
Yeah.
not a liability.
Betul.
It's actually money that you cannot see. That's it. Full stop. Right. Money that you can see, usually what we do is we will spend. Right? Or we will see like, how we want to grow, how we want to do this, how we want to do that.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a certain percentage that you will set aside also for the business itself. That's to answer one punya question lah.
Okay. And you have business owner yang pergi dekat Miras Advisory to have savings ataupun investment dengan kau?
Alhamdulillah ada. I pitched to quite a few. I have pitched to a few and Alhamdulillah they also had brand shout out for me myself. Because why they were shocked that the things that they do not know that they knew that when I speak to them they were just mind blown. Dan daripada sana nanti bila aku jumpa macam saya example aku ada satu event aku pergi then diorang kenal-kenal lain business owner. Dan nanti dia akan explain this is the guy lah that actually helped me handle all my business aspect. All the liabilities punya aspect, how to maneuver, how to build my assets along the way. So it's in a way like some people feel that kita ni consultant, kita just focus on consultant, but it's not for me. Alhamdulillah so far I think God has given me that certain knowledge.
What do you mean not for you?
Not for me.
Tadi kau cakap but it's not for you.
Aku rasa aku tersalah cakap.
That's what aku heard tadi, not for you.
Baik, sport
Okay,
baik.
tak apa. Aku dah tahu. Okay.
So going back to that, aku dah lost of chain.
Tak apa. Aku nak tanya kau question
Okay.
So this macam dari kita private limited, kita nak invest So kita punya invest ni, kita ada so-called let's say 3 partner. So we want to invest in kita punya money lah.
Yeah.
So this investment, how long is the duration that we need to keep?
Tak tiba aku cakap, aku tanya.
Okay, so kalau let's say if anything were to happen,
Jadi kata throughout lah.
So kalau satu backup ke apa?
Cannot back out.
Cannot backup jugalah.
Throughout lah. Sebab tu tak ada exit plan.
Unless kalau kematian jadi.
I don't know.
So let's say kalau
Macam
kematian
kan sebab tu aku cakap aku make a comparison. Kalau if let's say property investment, there will be an exit point when you need to exit because of the CPF incurred all everything kan. Tetapi for investment for company, I'm asking Faraid just now, bila is the exit point on average on the exit point 7 years, 5 years, 10 years or whichever. Dia cakap no. As long kan.
Yep, correct. And one more thing you must remember, if you use company money and you go and invest, when the money goes back into the company, you'll be taxed.
Oh man.
Because you're using company
Airas tahu
money.
Alamak. Airas tahu lah.
Kau dengan Airas saja buat magic.
So this is something that a lot of people do not know.
How many percent tax
17% for corporate tax.
17.
17%.
17.
17. Because this is considered as your asset from the company.
Okay.
Because remember, if let's say example your business profit is let's say maybe first 3 years there's a property so-called first 3 years there's this certain leeway, right? They give you an offset of 150k, right? Anything more than that you'll be taxed, right? Based on your corporate tax of 70%, right? So if your business profit more than 150k, example maybe those who are doing 1 million example, the balance punya profit is 850k. So they'll be taxed based on that 850k.
True.
Correct. But out of this 850k, they take 300k out.
Who?
To go and invest out. The company take this 300k, go and invest out. Okay, that is already considered as company asset. Okay, so when they invest out, when the money goes back inside, then you are deemed for tax.
Thanks.
So meaning as such, if let's say those yang investor ni semua are practically millionaires where they have good assets atau huge assets for them to invest lah.
Correct.
Kalau macam kita gini, pasal invest sikit-sikit macam ikan bilis, it's not worth it lah.
Okay, then you do individual. Because under individual, right,
Tak kena tax lah.
There's
Tax
no
tak
tax.
tinggi lah.
There's no tax.
Okay, understand.
So must remember some okay, what I've heard right out in the industry is that some advisors they advise their clients to use company money to invest out. But the thing that they never tell is that
The tax lah.
So the money goes back, diorang kena potong 70%.
Tak boleh kena complain ke? Complain to the advisor. No, okay. Aku make a comparison selalunya. Whatever shortfall, if let's say for property agents, right, yang kita tak elaborate ataupun kita tak give the informations correctly, we will get that kind of implications of complaints controlled by CA. You see, agents kita ada CA tau. Kau tak boleh macam-macam, kau tak boleh under table or everything. What about
Same.
So boleh kena complain dengan dia
boleh.
juga.
So there's FedRec, there's MAS, there's company. There's so many channel that they can complain lah. Actually, in fact, kita punya so-called guidelines are very, very stricter than CA guidelines. Based on apa aku tahu lah. So coming back to that, I have another so-called case study. A client of mine, he bought a commercial property at Tampines. Okay. So the whole entire property cost about 1.2 ke 1.3 million.
Okay.
So paid down payment everything. So there's another person who advised him, look, right now your balance loan, we just put as example 1 million. You got to take a so-called a term plan from us.
Why?
Because to cover up that 1 million loan.
Okay.
Just in case if let's say kalau dia mati, then macam mana dia punya mortgage?
Oh,
Dia nak bayar.
yeah.
On the bank what?
Yeah.
Let's say they take a loan from the bank, right? So
Macam HPS lah.
correct. So at the end, Alhamdulillah, he's actually one of my client. He came back to me, Feroz, they told me this. So how Then I said, okay. But he told me direct. That means he told me that, okay, I want you to set up this policy under my company. I want to use my company money to pay.
Oh, use company money to pay for the endowment.
For the endowment. No, use the company money to pay
The
for
insurance.
the term plan.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, then I say, okay, but why do you want to do that? He said, because the so and so other people say this. Then I like, look, hold on. I cannot just agree with you right now. Why? Because if you use company money to pay for your term plan right now, this belongs under company.
Company
So the money goes back, if the death payment goes back to the company.
17%.
Yes. Then he was shocked.
Yeah, it's high, bro.
He's like, cannot be bro. I say, no, this is something that I'm telling you straightforward because I've handled this sort of cases before. So he said that, then how? I said, don't worry. I have another way around it. I will guide you along the way. So I told him another way out of it. Then he was like, boom, mind blown. Totally mind blown.
That is not a loophole lah. It's practically legal things to do.
It's legal. Everything that we do, alhamdulillah, is all legal. There's no loophole. I don't dare to take the loophole also.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it will get me into trouble and I will lose my job.
Okay.
Right. So after all these years building it, I don't know.
So if he's not aware and without your advice, dia akan ambil 17% tax dia kena tu.
Confirm
Because
kena.
it's
Company
under
apa? Under company.
So imagine 1 million later on pay out, maybe let's say 30 years later, or maybe 20 years later dah bayar. 1 million go back company account. Out of that 1 million, he needs to pay 170k.
170,000.
Yeah, oi.
Free kasi
Kita bayar 17% CPF aja kita dah tahu ni 70% employer punya. You see there's a lot, you know.
Luckily Feroz ada untuk explain lah. Kau
true,
tak
true.
habis lah 17% kan.
So doesn't mean, if you're listening, doesn't mean individual aja lah. I mean you have your company company
companies.
owner, you want to invest apa semua. Aku rasa Feroz can advise you further about investment semua better.
InsyaAllah. I'm able to. I've handled SME, MNC companies.
Because I don't fikir Feroz, it's like macam aku insurance agent aja, kau cuma buat like untuk personal aja, but you don't go into company.
Diorang broader actually, lagi wide sebenarnya.
Okay.
But for let's say insurance in companies, macam let's say we are the three of us, kita shareholders kan, and then ada kematian jadi, and then we want the benefit of the company to go to our spouse ke apa, macam mana? How does it work?
Okay, just another interesting case study. So example, korang 3 semua dah kahwin kan?
Lambat Dah lah kat sini pun kau nak main-main
Dah of course.
Lambat siap 2 seconds.
Kena proses.
So the next question I ask you all is, korang ada 1 wife or 2 wife?
One.
One.
Tentatively one.
So okay. So one. Okay, so why is it important? Because if you run a company, let's say example, one macam dengan Zal. Okay, you run this company, right? What happens if let's say Zal no longer around? Right? His share in the company will go to who?
Okay.
Siapa?
Wasiat lah. Faraid tak boleh.
Siapa dia punya share will go to?
The beneficiary of the company yang tinggal.
No.
Me and one lah.
The wife.
The wife lah. Dia punya wife lah.
Yeah.
Zal not around.
Yeah, Zal not around, then the wife lah.
Tapi tak payah nak appoint wasiat ke apa, tak payah.
There's another way around it. Very interesting.
Okay.
So example now go to wife, Zal punya wife.
Zal wife,
Okay.
okay.
Zal punya wife ni, right, don't know how to run the business, right? But she just want
The share. Yeah.
Okay, then later on things worse Sadiq, this is just to give an
example.
story only
Yeah.
Don't take it seriously
Okay.
That person wants to get married to another person.
Okay.
Who is that person?
Remarry.
Oh, okay.
Remarry. So the spouse remarry. Right. Then they
Husband.
told now this spouse ni yang remarry ni, the husband, right,
Masuk.
wants to come into the business.
Cannot lah.
How you all two can accept or not?
Cannot lah.
Cannot lah.
Cannot, right?
Yeah.
Then you all do what? Bank table lah.
Bank table scold him lah.
Correct.
Close
But
lah.
does he have the rights if he wants to?
If she is willing to transfer the share,
Share.
Okay.
then how?
It's your law.
Then how?
Kewa.
Well, okay, you're talking about the shares. Correct me. Itu share lah. Tetapi if let's say you're talking about, okay, your
To run the
share, you
business.
get your shares already, what? Right? To run the business, aku dengan cap betul lah.
Correct.
But she
Faizal
have
is
the
not
right.
wrong.
But she has the right.
Shareholder bro.
Directorships lah. Sekarang dia punya husband nak masuk as,
Masa dah kahwin dia boleh transfer.
Dia macam mana?
So jual the share je lah.
Carilah aku boleh solve kau.
Oh boleh.
Wah, ingat kau jadi partner kita.
Nasib baik ada Feroz.
Aku ingat kau yang lelaki yang kahwin dengan
There's a way to solve.
Okay, how?
A lot of people out there do not know.
Yeah.
So there's a process to it. Usually I will sit down with you, then I will explain to you.
Okay.
I can't say it on media because it's like something that
Okay,
a lot of
understand,
people do not know.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just something that I want to keep in my pocket.
Correct.
Yeah,
Certain things we
your
just cannot
forte,
disclose.
yeah.
I mean, if
Your
you're really
forte.
serious to ask Feroz, you are legit, kau datang jumpa Feroz saja.
Yeah. Better.
But when it comes to
make it
me, you must make sure that you have a business akra because I will ask for the business akra.
Yeah.
Before I can share with you anything. I need to see how many business owner in the whole entire company. From there, I need to ask you a lot of questions. Then we will meet up again. So it's not a one-time deal.
Understand.
But let's say if we already have the legal letters papers we put in a way macam okay kalau ada kematian jadi tak ada share akan pergi kat mana-mana. Stick to the 2 directors. Then how?
Orang agree.
Semua sign lah. Macam sekarang
I mean, lawyer sign lah.
kita jumpa lawyer sekarang. Kita ada agreement. Okay kalau ada kematian jadi kita 3 agree. Share ni tak akan pergi kat spouses siapa, pergi dekat siapa yang masih ada kat dunia ni lah. The
But
director.
it's I think it's not being fair lah.
Yalah, for example lah.
Cuma if let's say kalau boleh, can it be done that way?
Okay, so you see, if a company earns 100k, anything can be done.
Okay.
Understand? So the other 2 can buy out easily. Because the cash money to buy out, example, if the company worth 100k, the cash money to buy out the other person, let's say 33,000. Let's say example, the other person, the third person owns 33% of the share. Right?
Ya, betul.
33k. So korang 2 can just cough out the money and pay.
Yeah.
33k. But what if the asset becomes 1 million? Are you willing to cough out 330k to pay?
Yeah.
First question.
Yeah.
What if the asset goes up to 10 million?
Yeah.
3.3 million. Kau ada duit tau dalam bank. Dalam bank ada duit 5 million example. But are you willing to take out this 3.3 million from that 5 million to pay?
No.
I tell you honestly, no businessman out there
yeah.
with the right mind will do that.
Betul.
Okay.
Because most of the businessmen, right, and the business owners out there, they will want to leverage.
Yeah.
The word is leverage. How can I leverage? Right.
Or it can be, can it be like macam, let's say one of us pass on, okay? So of course the punya shares goes to the beneficiaries lah, the wife lah. Tetapi can we have this layout punya terms ataupun agreement, the remaining partners will run the business.
You can have, but what's the amount? What's the agreed amount?
Oh, there's an agree amount.
Apa yang kau nak ni? Kau nak pass 33k just like that, like what I tell you, like one say 33% each.
Yeah.
Right? You all agree that okay, if I'm no longer in the picture, you just pass my wife 33%. But is it fair to him? No, what? Why?
Yeah.
Because the business prolong, the business will grow. If actually that 33k is not worth 33k,
Yeah, I understand.
it's potentially can worth maybe
Yes,
50k,
yes,
100k,
yes.
1 million.
Yeah.
Kita tak tahu apa.
I mean, kalau if let's say we put it on capital, individually is 33.3 on capital. Okay, kan this is what we invested at the point of time. Tetapi if let's say someone pass on, then remaining 2, maybe we can put we can lay out the portion maybe 40-40-20 or 45-45-10 because that is only dia punya dividend lah. Because that he's no longer active into this business. It's just macam yearly dividend. It can be done, right? Tapi capital
Kalau
kita masih
korang
still the same.
3 agree, then okay lah.
Okay.
Tak
But
kena
to
void
me,
lah.
if you ask me this,
It's not fair.
I won't agree.
Okay.
Because why? End of the day, it's not fair
Yeah.
to everybody. First thing, segi the agama aspect, right? I'm not AI certified. Okay, I just my opinion. Okay, so if you talk about the faith aspect, right? Everything that we do in the dunya right now as a Muslim, we need to make sure that there is fair dealing
Of course. Yeah.
among each other. We shouldn't be cheating one another. We shouldn't be scamming one another. We shouldn't be shortchanging each other. So it's supposed to be a very so-called fair punya dealing. So if you have that certain contract, then it's being done. Just like how you open up a company, right? There's a certain dealing to it. How many percent, blah blah blah, macam gitu.
Okay.
This sama juga. Yeah, that's the whole thing lah.
Terus.
Macam mana?
When you open up Miraj Advisory, the company itself, how do you macam bawakan all these macam the Islamic punya perspective and also dealings with orang-orang Islam kita, when you met them, macam diorang mesti ada diorang punya soalan macam ni haram ke apa ke semua, macam how do you put the Islamic perspective towards them?
Okay, so I also took up Sharia Islamic punya finance, right? It's just a minimum basic punya certification that we understand whether insurance segi agama Islam kita dalam Singapore ni allowable or not allowable. Right? We talk about Singapore context only. Other country might have their own different context.
Correct.
Okay. In Singapore itself, we don't have this thing called as takaful.
Takaful, okay.
Oh, yeah.
We
Used to,
don't have
right?
it. We used to.
Used to
We
lah.
used to.
Takaful.
But the scheme wasn't successful, then it collapsed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It closed down.
Yeah.
So if we talk about conventional insurance, we are in a conventional insurance lah. We are actually risk pooling each other's money into a pool of money, and then we are actually giving out whenever there's a death, sum assured.
Okay.
So if we look back into Prophet punya time, kan, actually Prophet himself was actually the Baitul Mal. Remember in the village, we collect money. As family A got death occur, okay, agreed amount, we give family A this amount. But now when we take the whole entire concept, we go into the conventional basis, right? It's similar. It's just that right now it's just a different concept. Itu je.
What is the different concept?
So the concept is just very big. It's no longer the smaller scale punya concept.
Okay, it's
right?
larger
It's just
scale,
like a company managing everything. So questions that people will ask us or consumers will ask us like, how we know this money company collect, whether going to the right place.
Yeah.
I think okay, look, if company collect an XXX amount of money, right? How much claims have we paid out? A lot of claims that we have paid out along the way, right?
True, yeah.
Right, because I have a personal experience with a client of mine. 30 years old, he passed away while asleep. Okay, heart vessel just burst,
Alamak.
leaving behind his wife and unborn child.
Oi.
So when I got the news, I was quite sad because arwah ni basically it's my first death claim that I've ever encountered. But alhamdulillah, managed to pay out about 400 over K
Oh, not over,
to the wife. When the wife received the check, right, I remember recently about a year ago I met her, right. She looked at me, she told me this, I wouldn't know what to do without your help.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
So I asked her why. Why you say that? Because you were there at the right time, proposing whatever that arwah needed, and this money was able for us to survive in the next few years.
Yeah lah, of course.
And she was so glad that the money has been paid out.
Mesti she appreciate lah.
So from there, bila aku had that first death claim, aku realise that ni kerja ni bukan main-main lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, betul.
Ni kerja betul punya amanah.
Yes.
We need to abide to it. We need to be there at the right place, right time. We need to so-called educate the community. Tapi segi agama kita kan, let's say example, like when I first started out, right, okay, I didn't have any knowledge about all these things, right. Along the way, alhamdulillah, God has given us that certain knowledge. Then we build that knowledge along the way. But God will always put someone below you for you to educate them. Then there's another person who's higher than me will be there for me as a mentor to educate me,
And also to guide lah,
to guide me along the way. So in a community aspect itself, right, that's how one another, we're supposed to help one another grow.
Okay.
Because if today I meet someone who doesn't know anything about insurance, I so-called pass him the knowledge about insurance, how this insurance works, how can I help him, blah, blah, blah. He proceeded with the deal. Okay, checkbox, done deal.
Okay.
Right? Then from there, he was supposed to share with his family members about whatever that is taken up, whatever beneficial is done for him good. Right? Then from there, he share the next person. That person will get knowledge. Whether or not the person sign or not, is a different story. Same like this podcast right now when we're doing it, right? It's about me sharing knowledge.
Correct.
Right? To other people who may or may not know. Right? So it's the same thing. Like korang property agent pun sama apa?
Betul.
Right? Go to your, ask your, how do I sell your house? Then you all advise us, okay, do this, do
Sama ada
this.
jual, beli ke tak beli tu dan cerita. Jual ke tak jual dan cerita.
Correct.
And this way advice.
So we do things with our clean heart, with the right intention. only for the sake of Allah. That's how we move to the next step.
Itu amanah, betul?
Amanah.
Ada tak kau encounter ataupun kau punya previous associates ke apa, where macam gini situations, spouse pass on dia punya your clients or you punya associate spouse meninggal, then there's no assistance, there's no guideline anything, ataupun pernah tak kau dengar yang kat luar tu ada tak insurance agent ataupun advisor yang tak buat amanah macam gitu? Pasal when it comes to buying the package, do we call it package? We call policies. Package policies. When it comes to buying policies, you manage to convince them, you sell out all everything. Tetapi when it comes to either accident ke meninggal ke apa, this guy tu hilang.
Understand? Yeah.
Ada tak gitu?
Ada juga, kita pernah encounter this along the way. But if it's the same company, Alhamdulillah, we can help them. If it's not the same company, we can direct them to the right resources for them to settle it lah. That's how it works.
Okay.
So yes, definitely there is one, because end of the day, I think kita human being, we are not perfect.
Okay.
Right? But when we promise something, we better abide to it. Deliver, same thing. Client promise that they sign a deal with us, they agree with whatever agreement they have, they also in that contract punya basis, they need to also follow through. So both party cannot back up to a certain extent. We work together as one. That's how it works.
Alright. Thank you so much. Aku rasa motivated pula dari dengar cara Feroz cakap macam gini.
Looking forward
Looking forward. Dan kita kat sini doakan Feroz semoga company dia more successful. InsyaAllah dia boleh membantu lagi ramai orang. Dan juga pendengar-pendengar kita di dalam podcast ni, kalau korang sendiri dah dengar apa yang Feroz cakap, dia bukan hard selling pun, dia tak cakap, dia tak suruh kau beli pun, tapi kat sini untuk dia share information ataupun knowledge yang dia boleh kongsikan. And tapi kalau korang tetap interested atau lebih lanjut, boleh terus hubungi Feroz direct. Feroz adalah seorang director kat dalam Miraj Advisory, betul Feroz Director. Yes. Kau seorang shareholder?
Aku for now, yes, the director. I have another leader.
Leader.
Who is actually a associate director right now.
But 100% Miraj is yours lah.
I wouldn't say 100% Miraj is me. 100% Miraj belongs to my people lah.
Nampak? Baru test. Ini dia jawapan, nampak? Teruskan Faizal.
Ya, tapi aku mesti tetap tak puas hati lah. Kita punya conversation semua like macam nak tahu question tapi Feroz cakap kau nak tahu, kau
of course lah, di speciality dia
macam
kita.
Aku like macam excited, I want to know sekali. Anti-climax.
Off-cast kita boleh tanya.
Yeah. So macam kalau kau nak tahu lebih lanjut pasal Feroz tak dapat apa yang disampaikan di sini, call and WhatsApp dia. Okay, dia akan jawab dengan secepat mungkin. Okay, kau boleh call ataupun WhatsApp dia di 8168-7225 8168-7225.
Okay, nak tengok muka Feroz kan, yang handsome ni kan.
So,
kau boleh follow Miraj Advisory kat social media. Semua update pasal peluang kerja, investment, semua ada.
InsyaAllah kita akan jumpa lagi. See you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.